Had slipped away for a second. I've never run this machine. I figured I'd jump in while he's gone.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about a curtain drain this morning. What that is, a trench dug in the ground, can be any width, any depth, the width and the depth that you need to suit your needs. Our needs here is we're collecting surface water. So we don't have to be very deep with this drain, and we don't need to be that wide. What we're going to do here is we're going to go about 2 foot deep. And in the bottom of that trench, we'll put a little bit of gravel, we'll lay a perforated pipe, and then we'll bring the gravel the rest of the way up to the surface of the ground. And we're gonna leave that exposed at the surface, because what we're trying to catch is runoff from the higher areas around the barn. Just imagine a gutter on your roof. The gutter's at the bottom of the roof, at the bottom of the slope. You wouldn't cover that gutter and then expect it to catch any water that would run off the roof. So the same principle here, we're going to bring the stone all the way to the surface of the ground and leave it exposed. So we're going to put in a drain. It's a couple of feet deep and about 18 inches wide. It'll have some fabric paper around it to keep the soil from getting into the stone, and it's going to have the perforated pipe in the bottom. The barn is in a spot at the base of a hill. It's a long slope coming all the way down to the barn. And when the barn was originally built, it was built for chickens, and that was fine for chickens. They didn't have the waste that the cows produce and all of that out here. But with the cows out here now, they kind of muddy everything up, so it's a different use. So we're coming in now, we're going to capture all that surface runoff that comes off that hill and settles on the side and the back of the barn. And we're also going to put some gutters on the barn, and we're going to run some solid pipe in the drain to carry the gutter water off. You'd want to run that in a separate solid pipe, but you could run it through the stone in the drain so you don't have to see it on the ground. The low side of the yard is over here, and it drops way off 100 feet or more. So getting the water to run off and go downhill over there, that's no problem at all. Got plenty of drop. That curtain drain is going to wrap around the back and the side of the barn. And the reason why they call them a curtain is you can stretch them around any way you want. They don't have to be straight. They can be any shape you want. It can be an S, it can be half an oval, or whatever you need. You can make it to whatever you need. So that's what we're getting started on here.
Is there any difference between a curtain drain and a French drain?
Pretty much the same thing. I don't know where the term French drain comes from. I hear it every once in a while, and it's mostly from homeowners. Oh, they need a French drain for this or that. Pretty much anybody in the business calls them curtain drains.
French drain just sounds fancy. Like French fries?
Yeah, probably charge more for it too.
Well, then let's install some French drains. Had slipped away for a second. I've never run this machine. I figured I'd jump in while he's gone.
Bucket when I swing it around. She's reaching up, and I gotta watch her. She's gonna make a run on me. She'll knock me out of the seat and take the controls over.
we are putting this fabric paper down at the bottom of our curtain drain here. We'll put a small, maybe couple inch layer of stone at the bottom now on top of this fabric paper. It'll be finer stone. We don't want the pipe resting on the larger stone because it can be uneven and unsupported and bust up. We want really the perforated pipe to be surrounded by the finer stone. And that perforated pipe will run just a few inches off the bottom of this trench. And the reason you use perforated pipe, it has holes down it. The water rises up, gets in those holes, and then the pipe creates the path of least resistance for that water to fly out of here. So what you're doing is you're giving the water a chance to get into a super highway and then just speed right out of your paddock. And the cool thing about this one drain, as you can see, the pads that we've been working on in the back there, they kind of bleed over into the drain. So any water that gets in our pads will go through the pad gravel, fall down into our our liquid super highway, you can get in here, and just speed right out of here and off the hill into whatever we're gonna put it in over there, which we'll show you later.
So are we gonna...
Nice, that's my old pouch, dude. That's great. Maybe we should shoot that low spot out there. Ready to go?
Yep.
All right, so we have two pipes in the trench. You're probably wondering why two. One of them is the perforated pipe that'll carry the water through the curtain drain. The second pipe is a solid pipe, and we're going to be putting gutters on the barn. So we're going to run the downspouts in, and we're going to put connections for the gutters in each back corner of the garage, and that water is going to run through the solid pipe. You wouldn't want to just dump it into your drain. You don't want to add any more water to the drain than you need to. So we picked up a solid pipe, and we're laying it side by side. We're keeping the solid pipe on the inside because they're going to branch off and get closer to the building, where the curtain drain outlet is on the outside. That way we don't have to duck under it or over it later.
Why do you put the perforated pipe with the holes closest to the bottom like they are?
Because what happens is you put the holes at the bottom, because when the water falls into the gravel drain, the water falls all the way to the bottom of the drain. And then as it builds up, that water rises and it'll get into the holes in the pipe, and then it'll eventually find its way out on the outlet end. So you always drop your holes at like the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock position on a perforated pipe. This is good. Those pipes will come right out here now.
Oh yeah, we'll
right out.
But we stopped in the right spot.
So we're pretty much done with the curtain drain for today, because of the nature of this job, we have to do a lot of parts a little bit at a time because of our access. The fences have only so many ways that we can get in and out of here. So we have to do some curtain drain, then some of the pad, because we have to drive over that area. So for today, we're pretty much done with the curtain drain. And then we're gonna do a livestock pad tomorrow, then another livestock pad, then we get to finish the curtain drain and work our way out of here.
Get some of this. We gotta get right along the fence. More. All right, now crowd and lift.
So what do you think of your paddock so far?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah. It looks beautiful. Look at this.
Right there.
Oh my goodness.
That's both of them.
That's Ladybug.
Yeah.
Ladybug. What's our life like right now?
What's life like?
Yeah, this week.
I'm an excavation widow.
Oh no.
No, it's like you have a job outside the house. It's been a long time since we did that.
It has been a long
But
time.
still nice because you can take the baby, so. I'm
That's
not
true.
complaining.
That's true. So it's kind of like I'm working for Dad back when I used to work for Dad, but
But
the babies get to go into work.
that's right. Who's over there?
What's that?
Who's that?
And some of the kids too.
That's right.
Take out some of this.
We're getting pretty far. We're almost done for the day, but
I gotta go finish a
Sounds like
pie.
Straight line.
ooh, she's making my dad's favorite. I should get that on camera. You gonna go look at that pie?
Out again, that's it.
You want to take the camera and get a little shot? You take this in and get some pie footage, okay? Can you do that, Mommy?
Yes.
You keep the baby in the camera and I can...
What do we got, dudes?
We got a lemon meringue pie. Lemon pie.
Why did you make a lemon meringue pie?
Because it's Grampy Jojo's baby.
Oh, I think he's gonna like it.
Yeah.
Coming soon in our series of homestead repairs, you're going to see us put in a heavy traffic pad for livestock, automatic waterers, frost-free hydrants. If you missed the first video in this series, click here to watch that, and you can watch everything else that happens in this series in this playlist. And if you live in the Connecticut area and you're looking for help, links below to my parents' business, AJM. They can help you with all kinds of earthwork.